Okay, wanted to hop on and do a midweek stream here. Actually, it's a little more than midweek, but just figured I would hop on here and stream for a little bit and kind of give an update on my accounts as well. So just trading. I do have a Apex PA account that I need to activate, but I was just gonna wait probably until next week to do that. In the interim, I'm focusing on a 250k eval, and so wanted to trade that. I did pretty well in it today, and actually I started it. I think I started it Monday or Tuesday. I can't recall. But yeah, so I can check it out here. Actually, I can find out when I started it. Let's see here. Yeah, just a day ago. So one day, and I've got the P&L to 3761. Let's see, what's it at now? Basically $4,370. But this 250k has got to get to 265. Yeah, 265. This is the first time I've ever traded a 250k. So, but I seem to really like it so far, and just been taking it easy. Basically, about anywhere from 1 to 3 minis. Right now, I'm just in micros because I closed out the minis earlier, and then I just let some micros run. Obviously they might not like that whenever it's PA time, but no, whatever. I'm not going to worry. I'll worry about that bridge when I cross it. But yeah, so you can see here the lines that I drew here on ES at the beginning of the week, indicating some targets. We've pretty much hit. We've still got one more to cross, and that would be 5783. But right now, on this new contract, we are inside week. As you can see here, the price action is inside of the previous week. But this is the new contract rollover. But yeah, according to this, we are inside the previous week. And if you go to the monthly, we're definitely 2 down, but they, are coming back through these price areas here. So just have to see what occurs, through the rest of the month. But yeah, so we are 2 down on the month, so that could continue for sure. But yeah, they're going to have to come back through this wick here for all that kind of price action. If you go to the daily, we haven't gone 2 up on the day yet. We're still inside day so far tonight. But if we break this 5770, which we'd need to go another 20 points for that. Very possible. I've seen ES run 50 points in a day, 75 points in a day, 100 points in a day. So, if we break this tomorrow, we got one more target here that I lined up was 5782. And if you scroll all the way back, you'll see kind of where I got some of these targets. But actually, I probably just did it on the continuous contract. But yeah, so there's, hey, price tends to go back to where it once was, right? And it tends to revisit that. So yeah, this is the 20 SMA here and the 200 SMA all the way up here at 5900. So, I mean, price is, obviously to the downside, especially with that 2 down on the month. Um, but yeah, so that's pretty much where we are. But if you look at what I love to do is find the mother bar range that we're in, and so we're in this one here from 58.12 all the way down to 56.21. So we're in about a 200 point range here on ES, and yeah. So that's pretty much what we got going on. Miss Goody, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. I don't normally stream, during the week. I for sure stream on Sunday nights. I mean, that's my favorite time to stream. But yeah, I just got home from work a while ago, a few minutes ago, and decided to hop on and do a stream. But yep, I am really liking this 250K so far. I've done pretty well in it tonight. Did well in it today, over last night as well, and yeah. But yeah, I really like the 250K, and I think it's going to end up being my favorite. I feel like I've just been on this journey with Apex to try to figure out what works and what doesn't, and I mean, I've got a 25K to activate that I had passed last week. Had a 50K that was close to payout, and I blew. I mean, it was my fault. I just, started going too heavy. I was too tired. Should have been trading. It happens. But I just overall, like, I mean, even though I've gotten some payouts with Apex, they've been small, and I've gotten top step payouts. But overall, like, I feel like this has just been a journey to figure out what works for me and what doesn't. And yeah, I mean, you're not sure how I mentally think that big. It's just honestly like it's the way I trade. The small drawdown just doesn't work for me because, especially with the strat, I'm not going to say I know where the market's going, but you can kind of figure it out, right? Especially after you've been doing it a while. So, with learning how to hold to target, I feel like I can't do that with a small drawdown. And so I can hold a mini to target on the bigger drawdowns, and I can't do that on a 50K. I mean, I can scalp, but that's just not really my trading style. Like, I don't like to be in and out. I like to hold trades for 3 to 4 hours, or an hour plus. I mean, I went back and ran the stats, because on Top Step X, it shows you like, what your percentage is on your hold times. Well, I did really good on the 4 hour, anywhere from the hour to the 4 hour plus. I did terrible at the 5 minute to 15 minute time frame. 15 minute was better than 5. And then if I'm hyper scalping, like super quick in and outs, my 30 second to a minute time frame had 100% win rate. But my hour and my 4 hour also had 100% win rate. So if I can hold to target and hold a mini and not worry about that drawdown, which I can do on the bigger accounts, then it just, the profit just adds up a whole lot quicker. I mean, it just, I kept going in and out of trades because I'm like, well, we're not at target. And then we'd get these mini pullbacks. And then I couldn't keep the bigger picture in mind, because I'm freaking out about the drawdown, and I ended up blowing the account. I mean, it's just, and then what would happen? It would go right where I thought it was going to go. So, I just was like, I can't, I just can't. I just can't trade the small drawdown, apparently. Now, consequently, I am going to activate that 25K and either just be super patient with it and take a mini, one mini for 300 to 500 bucks and close it out, or I'm just going to swing like 1 to 2 micros and build it up on a daily basis and, let it do that. So I haven't quite figured out exactly what I'm going to do with that one yet. Like I said, I haven't activated it, so it's it's going to be next week before I activate it. But that's pretty much where I am with that. And that blew my top step after I took that payout. So I think with them, the only account I haven't tried with them is the 150K, so that's going to be my next step with them. So I'm going to stick with the 250K here at Apex, which all goes well. I should have passed next week. And I don't know, maybe if we catch a good runner on Friday, might be able to pass it this week. But I'm really kind of shooting for next week on that. And then I'm going to go for the 150K combine there at Top Step. The thing that I do like about Top Step over Apex is the end of day drawdown. And then on top of that, I really like that, okay, if you get 5 days or 200 or more, you can withdraw half of it. Which is what I did on this past one. So I had gotten it up to like $2,000, and I took out $750. I took out $750. So I left a little bit of cushion in there, which I should. I mean, looking back, I shouldn't have. I should just went ahead and draw the whole 1,000, but is what it is there. And but yeah, so I'm just gonna start a 150K combine over there. And I'll do that next week as well. But right now I'm just doing this 250K here at Apex. But yeah, I think I found my sweet spot is this 250K. The 150K I like too, but for the drawdown, I felt like the 250K was better for me. The 300K I felt like was too much, because just the mental aspect of having to make 20K to pass it with only another $1,000 drawdown versus the 250K, and then the 250K you only need to make 15,000. I just felt like it was a better choice to go with the 250K at Apex. And I mean, it helps that they're running a little bit of a sale on that one right now, as on the, I think it's the 150K, 250 and 300. So they are running a little bit of sale on that. Are all the Top Step funded the same price? Yes, and that's another thing I like. It's like, okay, great. Whether it's a 50K, 100K, or 150K, you're paying $149 across the board. It doesn't matter what size. So you might as well go for the big one. I mean, that's, my last one with them was 100K. So I really liked that too. But yeah, I think I'm going to go with the 150K. And I feel like I think with their scaling plan, they have a scaling plan, which, to be honest with you, I don't have a problem with at all. I have no problem with their scaling plan. I know a lot of people say they don't like scaling plans, but it doesn't bother me one bit. So the 150K basically is going to cost you $300 total to, for the combine, and then, the activation fee on that as well. You're saving $50 if you go for the 100K. And I mean, that's not bad either. I really liked the 100K. So maybe I'll do another 100K rather than 150, but I haven't tried the 150 over there, and I really kind of want to. Let's see. They kind of need to change this because it's not one rule, one goal anymore. We all know that, with their new rules. But I will say this: it was very easy to get paid out. Very easy. I mean, I had to do a KYC. I had to send in my license and you know all that kind of stuff. But I mean, it really set up my bank account. I mean, once that was there, then that was that. Let me see if I can find their scaling plan because I don't see it on here. Let me go back. Let's see if we can find their. So their scaling plan on the 150K. So actually, it's the same on the 100 and the 150K. Sorry, she's barking so much. Hang on a second. Okay, sorry. I thought I had a setting up here for the microphone to. There we go. That's what I needed, was that voice isolation. Sorry. I really apologize about her barking. Anyway, okay, so um the scaling plan with Top Step. So the 100K, if your balance is below 1500, you can only do 3 minis. Same with 150K. It actually it's the same across the 100K and the 150K. On the 50K, once if you're below 1500, you can only do 2 minis. Um, but in my opinion, that's plenty anyway. I don't really think. I don't know. Like, I just feel like they have some guidelines in place that are much better, where Apex is like, okay, well, we only want you doing that anyway, but they don't stop you from trading more, right? So, like, they say, well, we don't have a scaling plan. Okay, well, but you kind of do, because you're saying, okay, take for example the 150K, okay? Um, Oh, I don't want to do well charts. I did not like. I tried to like well charts. I just couldn't. Okay, so let's just say here, for example, on the 250K, you can do 27 contracts. Well, let me tell you something. You don't need to do 27 minis because that's going to blow like nobody's business if it doesn't go your way. Yeah, I could have passed the 250K today with 27 minis. um, but I mean, if I would have gotten a pullback, at any time, it probably would have destroyed it. But um, okay, so basically, what Apex is saying now in their Apex 3.0 is you can only do half until you're above your buffer. Okay, well that's fine. Like I don't have a problem with that anyway. Um, but if you don't put guidelines in there to stop it, then I don't know. I just think it's strange to for them not to uh put a guardrail there or a stop. Whereas with Top Step, it's like until you're above that level, you can't. The system won't even allow you to do that. Whereas with Apex, it will. But then if you go above it, they're gonna deny you for improper risk management. So I don't know. I guess it just depends. Can you have some constraint anyway and do it yourself? I mean, I can because I'm not gonna do 27 minis on a 250K funded at any point. I mean, I might YOLO an eval with it, but to be honest with you, like my days of YOLOing an eval are gone. I'm not interested because I'm not interested in throwing away $60. I mean, you might as well take it out in the yard and just light it on fire. Or buy a lottery ticket with it. I mean, that's pretty much what that's akin to in my mind. I mean, if you want to gamble, you got no problem with it. Go ahead. I don't care. Go to the casino or the Apex casino. With $60 or whatever they're charging right now for, I think, it's 71% off. So, this would be about $40. But I mean, whatever. It's you're currently using 300K accounts to swing one mini overnight 100. Yeah, I mean, and you know what? It's perfect for that. Hey, I love your username, my pet Eskimo. That's pretty awesome. So yeah, I mean, but I mean, you understand where I'm coming from. Um, but yeah, a mini on 300K is like one mini. It's like, dude, it's perfect. Um, it's absolutely perfect. And but yeah, listen, I love Apex. I love a lot of the things that they've done. It's the main firm that I use. Um, but they're I mean, let's just face it. They're all these firms, every single one of them, they're counting on you not to be knowledgeable of using 35 minis. I mean, I was looking at, I think it was the paper trading the other night. So, like, I don't know, 5 minis was just like using, like, I don't know, $1 million or something. I mean, it was something crazy. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. So if you're doing, let's just say you have a 5K account of your own money, right? And you've got it at AMP or Trade of 8 or wherever. I mean, are you gonna risk like are you gonna risk like 5 minis on a 5K account? Like, I mean, I wouldn't. Not of my own cash. I'd be scared to death. For one thing, you're probably going to get liquidated, and then there goes your 5Gs down the drain in like seconds. Um, yeah. So, hey, yeah, Yeah, I just noticed that the 75K is gone. You know what? I traded a 75K one time. Um, yeah, but mostly I've done the 50Ks like most everybody does. But I think I like this 250K the best now. I'm gonna turn my microphone off while she's barking. I don't know how much of that you guys can hear. I've got the isolation on, but I'm pretty sure you can probably still hear it. You're kidding. You guys couldn't hear her bark? I guess that isolation does work. She was barking her little head off. Go find. Where's your ball? Go find it. Phoebe, go find your ball. Go get it. Go get your ball. I'll throw it. Go get it. Okay, let's get back to trading. Enough horsing around. So, yeah, some still. I really wish I had a swung a mini. Um, I'll get used to it, but I was, you know, at work and work has been. I don't even want to talk about it. It's just been bonkers. So, we were just tons of patience tonight, and I just didn't want to have to worry about a trade. Um, but yeah, if we go two up, which I would love, um, then it's going to be gorgeous to swing to swing on tonight. Um, but yeah, I'll probably go to bed here in about an hour and a half ish, and I'm just gonna keep the micros on and let them play out. Especially since we're in this mother bar range here, um, here on ES from 5810 down to 5621. We'll look at NQ. Same. We're in this mother bar range here from 20,373 down to 19,491. And so you can see we're just coming back up through this mother bar range. For those of you who trade ICT, I'm sure he's got some sort of name for it. I don't know. The only ICT stuff I use is fair value gaps, and the volume of balance and the liquidity. But I just love the simplicity of the strat. Um, ICT's got 14,000 names for different things that I don't even know. Turtle soup and all this. I don't have time for all that. The strat says one, two, or three. Which one? What are you doing? You going in a mother bar and you're going to retrace that. And so you're going to go right here, broadening formation, two up, two down, two reversal. Um, so we had, here's an example of a two reversal here on the day. So you had the 13th. So you had a two down, and then you had a two up, two down, two up, and this is more than likely going to go two up on the day. But I always try to find the mother bar range we're in, and then I'll trade accordingly to that. When I saw this the other day on Tuesday, I was like, well, this looks like could be a TTO, which stands for triangle they out, and it creates a broadening formation, like so. So you can draw your broadening formation there. And then your top of it's going to be not as clean, but still there. So we're in this broadening formation here. Um, so yeah, Tuesday 19,341. Put in your low, and then we're just trading back up through, and we're trading back up through this mother bar here. So same with ES. Not perfect, but you get the idea. Same. Train back up through this mother bar. Here's your broadening formation, and right back up through. So I saw no reason to be short, um, and it's working out pretty well tonight. I just didn't have the I just didn't have the girls to swing a mini. So that's pretty much it. That's been my week so far. I'm gonna try my best to get this 250K done here. Um, I mean, what, almost 4,000 in a day? It's not too shabby. Would have been about 6,000 had I swung a mini, but it's a couple minis, but it's okay. I'll take it, but yeah, so just gonna, work on this, and I'll activate the other Apex PA next week, and then I'm gonna work on the 100, and I'll either do 100 or 150K there that at Top Step. But that's pretty much where I am. Maybe we'll get lucky. I mean, Apex did a flash sale today for any of you lucky enough to have tuned in to Patrick Whelan's stream with Alpine and Nutty Bar. I actually watched it. It was pretty fun. Um, but I've got a specific bank account that I use for um these evals and PAs, and I had enough in there to buy one eval, and I didn't even trade on it. So, but I've pretty much just done that. Like, I started doing that recently, just like, okay, this is the account for that. And, if there's no money in there, then there's just no money in there. But it kind of helps control the spending on that in my mind as well. So, I can pretty much keep track of what I'm bringing in versus what's going out in that account as well. So, but yeah, I think I'm going to get off here. I hope you guys have a good night. I appreciate you tuning in. Can't believe there's 10 of you that tuned in at 1 in the morning. Oh, that brings this up. So, which, by the way, the best way you guys can support my channel is please use my Apex code, and it's Blues Trades. But yeah, so this start new 1 a.m. starts a new 4-hour candle. So I would expect a little bit of a retrace here, maybe down to 57.54. But if it goes 2 up, then I'm definitely looking at 57.70 for this new 4-hour. But you can see it hasn't gone 2 up yet. So what indicates a 2 up here on ES on the new 4-hour would be a break of this 57.60. So what I could do is I could put an order here to buy one. It's gonna buy me in, and then I'll probably take it off maybe around, let's not get greedy. Let's go with 57.64. So if it gets up there, fills me, and then sells me out at 57.64, But yeah, right now we're probably going to retrace here about 57, 54 down, maybe down to 57, 53. Would be this wick here from earlier today. Uh, this was your FOMC spike, and then we stayed inside there for the new 4 hour there around 1 o'clock. But yeah, so we may get a retrace enough down in here to catch this wick test, 57, 53. If not, definitely looking for this two up here on the 4 hour, and 57.64 up to 57.70 would be my target on that. I'm probably sure that NQ is going to look the same. So a break of 20,093 would I'd be looking for 20,143. So what you can do here also is you can take the top of this wick down to the top of the body, and that's going to give you a good fib retracement here for some targets. Yeah, probably just a little bit of a pullback here. And then, if we go two up on the 4 hour, then I'll be targeting the top of this wick here. So, all right, guys, I'm going to get off here. Hope you guys have a good night. I appreciate you tuning in. Please feel free to use my Apex code Blues Trades, and we'll go from there. So, all right, take care.